Imagine to be fairly quick. Call to order at 4:30. Regular meeting minutes of June 6th. Everyone was here.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
I don't have them in front of me, so I'll abstain.
All right, I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So moved. Food waste program, Vinnie, wanted to get some, I guess, questions answered and some information, and Dave Hart is here from the transfer station. To kind of give us an overview of where we're at and where do you think we're gonna be with this whole program?
My goal is to start September 1st. We haven't purchased the bag system yet. We purchased the bags for the hauling of the material, but there's biodegradable bags used for residents to store their products before they transfer them to the station. My goal is to start September 1st. Nightly, we will bring the material collected up to the compost pile. We'll have to mix it in because of the animals. They don't suggest that you keep the bags right on top. You mix them in with the compost and start again the following day. I think we should try it from September 1st to January 1st. See how it works out. We'll be able to gauge it. We'll come up with a roundabout weight per bin. USA has donated 3 bins that they use for household pickup on Wednesdays. They've donated those to us, so there's no cost for those collection. Those will be put over more than likely between the recycling and household, the MSW, where the 2 bins were for plastic bags that are now returnable cans. So we'll still have the 2 bins for the returnables there, and we'll have 2 or 3 bins for food scraps. I'm working on signage and the plastic bags that each household should get to start these scraps. And there's pamphlets, and I'm trying to work out eventually with the Council of Government to try to cover some of the cost. So it's not a huge burden on our budget. Because it wasn't included in our budget for this upcoming year.
Any grants available?
There are grants available, but a lot of them are very restrictive. You know, one of them,
Come with strings though, too.
oh, absolutely. One of them requires our compost pile to be covered. And our compost pile right now is not covered, and I don't think it should be covered. So our general state permit will cover us doing food scraps. And they're encouraging any way we could to reduce the amount of waste. And this is a new initiative that they're trying to push. A lot of towns are doing it. Some towns it's working, some towns it's not. So I think if we give it a trial in the fall, see where we are come December and January. And if it takes off, it's all gonna depend on the residents. We're gonna have to educate the residents.
Messaging.
That's the key right there.
We're gonna have to educate the residents on what they could recycle. Cause there's certain stuff that you can't put in there because it's not biodegradable. Like steak bones and stuff like that. So we're just gonna have to educate. I'm in the process of updating the pamphlet. I've been working with Tony's turning it into a PDF so we can make changes. There's other things that I want to include in that pamphlet, including the food scraps. There's also a thing coming up totally unrelated, but we're currently charging for propane tanks. And I want to say either January of 24 or January of 25, the state is not allowing any charging of propane tanks, and the state will assume the cost of the disposal of the propane tanks. So that's coming up. So we're just gonna have to update our our price list, our fees.
I think I mean, in addition to the food scraps, I think we need like an updated mailer for all the recycling. 'Cause- and also letting people know that if you can separate your returnables from your recyclables, that would be a big help too.
Well, just what Dave has been doing is
Oh, with the separate containers up top.
quite a bit of returnables that it's unbelievable. Probably 2 containers a week.
Oh, at least.
You just got to make it easy.
I get, I got 2 containers and alls it is education.
Yeah.
You know, you stand there and you tell people, these are for down below, you know. They just don't want to make another stop.
Right.
They want the one-stop shopping and that's it.
Plus the bottle deposit bill finally changed a bit, and so they added in some additional, I think, beyond water bottles.
Water bottle,
About everything right now.
Yeah,
yeah,
Iced tea,
Yeah.
Gatorade,
more than they had before.
Powerade. Those were never recycled before.
right.
Even those nips.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not doing them yet at the recycle center, but that's coming down the line.
And those are 10 cents, right?
Yes.
So,
So the other thing, do we have to educate people? Do we have to have a town meeting, or not a town meeting, but a general meeting? And bring somebody in from one of these organizations to explain recycling and
we should give them the opportunity.
before September.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it's tough during the summer months. But like I said earlier, I like to kick it off in the fall just because to hope to minimize on the smell and everything, just to get used to it.
Right.
We're not in the dead middle of summer when that thing is just gonna be baking there. So, yeah, we'll start. And we gotta see how it goes.
Yeah.
It's all based on their participation. If they don't participate, just like those soda cans, you know, they're paying for the deposit and they're just throwing it away and they're paying again
Get rid of it.
to get rid of it.
Yeah.
On the weight.
Yeah.
And I explained that to a couple people over the weekend and they're like, you know, I really didn't even think of that. I mean, if you educate them, it's gonna go a long way.
So as you get closer, maybe you could reach out with Tom and figure out how we can,
Sure, I'm working with Laurel on
Yeah,
updating that document. And we're gonna put about the soda cans that it goes to your community and a lot of people don't realize that. You know, they stop there, they never know the end result.
Right.
Because they're not in need, but
yeah, if I'm in there and somebody
come
comes in,
Thanksgiving, when
right,
you see all the baskets and everything else,
yeah,
you know,
Even out across the street.
Right.
Or
weekly.
clothes that they're buying for kids, or that money all comes from that.
Right.
So, yeah,
Very good. Thanks, Steve. I know, but we've been working on it for a while, but it's gonna be slow going to get it off the ground.
Yeah, because there's a lot of towns are doing it, but what some towns may excel in, other towns aren't, and we may fall in the middle.
Yeah.
So we just gotta see what works for us and we'll make it work.
yeah. Well, we'll give it a try anyway.
Even if we save 10%.
Yeah.
Of the weight, it's 10% less that we have to pay for.
And what a lot of townspeople don't realize, and we tried to do this a couple years back where we wanted to take out a permit, was, I forget what the fee was for each.
Oh, each household?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you start reading these places, they're charging per bag. I know you were saying Watertown charges per bag.
$3 per bag for household trash.
So,
And Litchfield doesn't even take household trash. It has to be curbside pickup.
oh, okay. So townspeople have to realize that if we don't recycle within ourselves, we're gonna have to find some way of bringing that income in. And whether it be charging for a bag or a permit or something, it's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Well, communities are going to household pickup, curbside pickup and putting it onto the residents.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, we're not going to be able to sustain what's occurring. I mean, truckloads, literally truckloads per day.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes twice a day,
Yeah.
the same truck.
Yeah.
You know, and you just stand there over an 8-hour day and see what's going on. It's mind boggling.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And just wait for the tipping fees to probably hit 120 or 130. We're gonna be paying
Yeah.
a lot.
There's one plant left, Savannah and Bristol,
Fortunately, we're with them.
and we're with them right now until 2026. But if they close,
Oh, yeah.
all our trash is gonna have to go out of state like all these other communities, and their budgets are going up. I want to say that it was Litchfield may have went up 11% in their tipping fees. It was one community that I spoke to. Theirs went up. It may have been Middlebury, because Litchfield uses USA. It was Middlebury,
They're in.
went up 11% in their tipping fees. That's huge.
Keep going. Okay, anything else? Erica, any comments back there?
Nope.
Be interesting to see if we could get the, speaking of Erica, like the restaurants on board somehow with this, and James Morris School, which they should be, you would hope they are already, but get them on board, because that would help reduce the tonnage too.
Last month, the town was billed 43 tons of trash from the school, town buildings, senior center, area businesses.
Hmm.
Us as a whole community through the transfer station was 56 ton.
Wow.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, because we're working on that ordinance to possibly see a change in that.
Right, and that would be huge.
Yeah.
The ordinance is gonna be huge, because it was almost $3,500 for that additional 43.
Yeah.
Ton.
Yep.
That we never see.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, David.
Okay.
We had no appointments?
Nope.
And no refunds, abatements?
Nope.
Correspondence, I was gonna work on the bids that we received for the sign and for the air conditioning here and the meeting room at the firehouse. But I still have some questions on a couple of the bids. I want to get the responses from the contractors first. So I think our next meeting will have the results for everybody and
Yep.
hopefully move forward. I will say the sign bids came in higher than I expected. Could be, just a matter of time since I first got kind of a quote. I mean, the costs have gone up. I don't know. The air conditioning bids came in, the HVAC bids came in fairly good. So next meeting, we'll tackle that.
Okay.
Erica, you have anything?
Nope,
All quiet.
all quiet.
So it is 4:45. Is there a motion to adjourn?
No public comment, I'm assuming, right?
Other than Erica, no.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Erica,
Second it. I'll second it.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.